What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Wednesday, January 25th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, at Josh Engleman. That's where I want your questions. Tell me who you like in my top 10, who you dislike. If you have any thoughts or questions on this slate, you gotta hit me up on Twitter. Find the thread with these videos. This one and the DraftKings video will have a thread. Hit me up there. Finally, it's BetMGM season once again during this video. They're the sponsor and they have been all year. I love talking about them. What I want you guys to do is to click the link in the description, head on over to BetMGM, make a deposit. You're going to get 2 free months of Stokastic Plus Platinum and up to $1,000 in first bet insurance. Now, we round out the bottom of my top 10 with Jordan Poole, Jeremy Grant, Kyrie Irving, John Collins, and DENI AVDIJA on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, I'm taking a look at BENNEDICT MATHURIN. Now, they are on a back-to-back, so I don't know what Indiana's totally doing, but he's shooting guard small forward eligible, 5,500, projected for 31.5. The goal's 37.5. He's in the optimal lineup 18% of the time. He's playing 30-plus minutes off the bench right now. They don't have a lot of other guys that do what he does, so I'm expecting him to just continue to basically run the second unit and close. He's close to a fantasy point per minute guy in a spot against Orlando. 23.5 real points on 30% usage, 5 boards, and very little else. Maybe an assist, maybe a steal. It's all scoring for Mathurin, but who else is going to take those shots right now? They don't have anybody that just soaks up usage. It's a coin flip matchup. Well, they're 4.5-point dogs against Orlando. It's a pace neutral matchup, but this is a very close game. There's not a huge difference. Because it's in Orlando, it's better for Orlando, but this is just a close spot. And if it's close, I think Mathurin's playing up to 32 minutes a game. That works for me. I'm going right back to ANFERNEE Simons here at number 4, point guard, shooting guard eligible, 6,100, projected for 31. The goal is 40. He's in the optimal lineup 19% of the time. Again, I don't think that it's crazy if he goes for 30 real points. 35 minutes a game, 0.9 fantasy points per minute, but they're 4-point favorites against Utah, a not good defense. It is a slight pace up spot for Portland, but what you're really getting here is a good matchup from a defense perspective. 21 points on 24% usage, 4 assists, 3 boards, and maybe a stock. Honestly, Simons looks very similar to BENNEDICT MATHURIN. They both have the MPE. They're in similar enough price ranges. Simons is going to play more minutes. They're basically the same point per minute guys. They both get there on lots of scoring. I like taking shots on those guys because when the scoring hits, particularly in the matchups they have, it doesn't take a lot to fill out the rest of the stats. Now, I know Simons doesn't generally get them, so that's where it becomes a little bit of a problem. But if you get 30 real points from Simons, you're feeling pretty good. This is just a testament to what this slate looks like right now. TREY Murphy is number 3, small forward eligible, 5,300, projected for 27. The goal's 36. He's in the optimal lineup 20% of the time. He's playing big minutes. We don't know the status of everybody for the Pelicans yet. They are on a back-to-back. He's a 0.8 fantasy point per minute guy, but they're taking on Minnesota. It's a massive pace up spot. It's a competitive matchup, so they're 2-point favorites here. This is a playing time thing. If Najee Marshall isn't there, you could see TREY Murphy play even more than the 34 minutes that I'm giving him. But for right now, 16 points, 5 boards, an assist, and 2 stocks. It's a very simple setup, but small forward is so hard to fill out these days. And getting somebody in this mid-tier that's just going to play a ton of minutes, sometimes you have to roll the dice. In at number 2, I'm going to ALPEREN SENGUN, center only, 8,400, projected for 47.5. The goal's 52. He's in the optimal lineup 20% of the time. We know he's playing massive minutes. There's still no KPJ. That is very helpful. Taking on a Washington Wizards team that isn't very good. I don't care that they beat Dallas yesterday. 1.4 fantasy points per minute here for Sengun. 22% usage. 19 real points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 stocks. He is just putting up big time stat lines, and I think he's well worth an $8,400 price tag today. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. You got to follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. That is where I want your questions for this video, your favorite plays, your least favorite plays, anything you want to know about today's slate. I'm your man there. I even hit you guys with an update to this video yesterday. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Finally, again, BetMGM, link in the description, 2 free months and up to $1,000 in first bet insurance. Right back to TJ McConnell here today. Point guard, shooting guard eligible, 6,700. That is my number one guy. Projected for 37. The goal is 43. He's in the optimal lineup 24% of the time. He just is soaking up everything with no Tyrese Halliburton. And if he's starting, it's 33 plus minutes. He's a 1.1 fantasy point per minute guy against Orlando. 18% usage, 13 points, 9.5 assists, 5.5 boards, and 2 stocks. And on FanDuel, you know that you're live to get a TJ McConnell 7 steal day. And if he does something like that, you are absolutely going to have him. I'm happy to get there. He's going to be incredibly popular once again. I think he's good chalk even at 6,700. TJ McConnell, my number one contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Wednesday, January 25th. DraftKings version's around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win that money. We are back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.